award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 1 million views in 2024. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join the over 5,000 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel College, Lane College, South Gibson County, USJ, and TCA. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome into USJ Bruins High School Baseball. We are broadcasting live from Overton Stadium on the beautiful campus of the University School of Jackson, where tonight the USJ Bruins playing host to the Eagles of Jackson Christian School, as it is game 2 of the home and home. We will catch you up on last night's game at JCS in just a few moments, and also update you on USJ Bruins baseball since we were last together over the past week or so. Thomas Pugh along with you tonight. Ben Howard is my broadcast partner for the evening. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back. This is Bruins Baseball on Worthy Road Studios.
There's no doubt when it's time to call the pros for your heating system, and there's no doubt who to turn to. McCoy's Heating and Air and Daikin, the world's #1 air conditioning company. Just the kind of pros I like to do business with. McCoy's quick and professional service was a blessing. I highly recommend. Wish they had more stars than 5, because I'd surely give them a 10. McCoy's is, in my opinion, the GOAT of heating and air. Daikin and McCoy's, West Tennessee's 5-star heating and air team.
Zaxby's just perfected the Philly again with our signature crispy chicken fingers, sauteed pepper and onions, melty cheese, and garlic aioli. Grilled or fried. Now that's a Zaxby's Philly. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Kaufman's is proud to offer the Maven Furniture Collection. Amish made in America, Maven is a third-generational, family-owned business that makes beautiful, solid hardwood furniture, customizable with multiple wood species, finishes, and hardware selections available. Fine furniture is an art. If you appreciate the very best, we invite you to create your own masterpiece that you and your family can enjoy for years to come. Kaufman's, relax your home.
Hi, I'm Cody Fitz with Fitscapes. Our business's focus is on building your dream yard at your dream home. When designing our backyards, we always like to start with our pool and patio areas first, then we complement that with the landscaping, and we finish with the lawn for all of the outdoor entertaining needs. After installation is complete, we provide annual maintenance for all of your lawn care and landscaping needs. Fitscapes, let's build something beautiful.
Back here at Overton Stadium for USJ JCS, a district rivalry game here on the beautiful campus of the University School of Jackson. When we were last together, it was about a week ago, the USJ Bruins defeating TCA 11-1, that game here on Worthy Road Studios. Since then, we'll catch you up on how the Bruins have been doing. On Thursday of last week, the Bruins traveled to Huntington for a tournament. They took on McKenzie, won that ball game 14-4, and then played a second game on Thursday evening, falling to Huntington 14-0, and then returning to Huntington for a final game in that tournament on Friday, defeating Adamsville by the final score of 18-3. Last night at JCS, back to district play. USJ traveling to JCS, and it was a dandy of a ball game. Unfortunately, it went the way of the Eagles. The final score 5-3. Austin Kelly, your pitcher for JCS. Brett Sorrell coming in and doing some cleanup work for the Eagles, and the Bruins lose it 5-3. But hopefully going to even things out tonight as they host JCS with the home and home district game here at Overton Stadium. The Bruins overall 6-7, looking to get back to 500 baseball tonight here at Overton Stadium with a win against JCS. We've got the starting lineups for you. We will start with the Eagles from JCS, the visitors. They will lead off Easton Jones, the center fielder. J.T. Mullins, the right fielder, will bat second. Austin Kelly, the shortstop, will bat third. Eli Smith, the catcher, fourth. Eli Terry will be your designated hitter. He will bat fifth. Zach Creasy will pitch tonight for JCS. A.J. Hastings, the left fielder, will bat seventh, followed by Brody Bennett. He will bat third. He will play third, and he will bat eighth. And Reed Cooper will bat ninth and play second base. Your first baseman for JCS for the evening will be Reed Basham. He wears number 20 for the Eagles. Now for USJ. Corbin Howard will bat first. He's your third baseman. Nash Kilburn, second, your center fielder. Braden Jones, your shortstop, will bat third. Noah Britt, your designated hitter, will bat cleanup for the Bruins. Harrison McLean, your right fielder, will bat fifth. Max Kilburn will play second tonight for the Bruins. He will bat sixth. Logan Foster, your first baseman, will bat seventh, followed by Jackson Pugh, the right fielder, who will bat eighth. And Jake Martin, your catcher, will bat ninth for the Bruins. On the mound for USJ for the evening, Jeb Bush. He will start things off. Number 16, the junior. He will do battle against the Eagles here at Overton Stadium. Those are your starting lineups. We're going to duck away for the pregame ceremonies here at Overton Stadium. The player introductions, the national anthem, and then when we come back, we will have the first pitch here. It's the Bruins and the Eagles. This is Bruins Baseball on Worthy Road Studios.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Hey Jackson, Chuck Hutton, Tennessee's trusted name in automotive excellence, is proud to announce the grand opening of Chuck Hutton Nissan, now open at the I-40 and 45 bypass right in the heart of Jackson. Come see why Chuck Hutton has been the go-to destination for car buyers in Memphis for over 100 years. Now we're bringing that same dedication and experience to Jackson. Come experience the Chuck Hutton difference for yourself. Chuck Hutton Nissan will have you saying, I'm going to Jackson.
Beauty House Social, Jackson's premier blowout bar and full-service salon and med spa. From lashes and facials to cosmetic injections and lasers, we have it all. Let's be social.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Zaxby's just out Phillied the Philly with our signature crispy chicken fingers, sauteed peppers and onions, garlic aioli, and melty cheese. Your move, Philly. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for supporting this broadcast. Jeremy Little, Shelter Insurance, 189 West University Parkway, Suite A, Jackson. Snyder Equipment, 1311 Lower Brownsville Road, Exit 74 on I-40.
Back here at Overton Stadium, it is Bruins-Eagles as we are back in district play. It's the second game of the home and home. Last night, USJ traveling to JCS, and Thomas Pugh, Ben Howard along with you. Happy to have you along here on Worthy Road Studios. And Ben, last night, as Bruins supporters, it did not go the way that we wanted. However, as I've told some people today, if you just happened to show up last night and pay your gate and come in, you saw a pretty good ball game.
Absolutely, and that's what I was talking to, some of the other parents, USJ parents, JCS parents, that it really was. It was a great ball game to watch, and I've said that before, where we did that with Trinity. It didn't go our way this time, but both pitchers threw strikes for the most part. Ball was put in play. Ball was fielded. There wasn't, maybe a couple of errors on each side, but it's high school baseball in the end, so that's to be expected. So, but yeah, very well played game, and I hope we get the same tonight. It's very enjoyable, and like I said, for both teams to go out there and put a good product out, I think that's big for both of them.
Jeb Bush, the junior right-handed pitcher for USJ, is ready to go, and so is Easton Jones, the center fielder for JCS. As we are set to get underway, it's Bruins-Eagles here, live from Overton Stadium. And again, happy to have you with us for the game cast this evening. And here's the first from Bush, and it's in there and swung on and missed from Jones for strike one as Bush gets ahead here early.
I like that. Hope he can keep repeating it. That was a good down angle. And if you can stay down, you don't have to have the velocity that everybody thinks you do. So he kind of went both ways. He kind of took the top of the strike zone there and got a called strike. So your head right here, you can do pretty much whatever you want.
Easton Jones down in the count early, 0-2. Here's the next to him, and that's outside. And the count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, do not dislike that pitch. Going low and away, trying to get him to chase. Very good hitter in Easton Jones. We've seen him a lot, so we know what he can do with the bat.
That one's in there for strike three. Easton Jones strikes out looking, and that'll bring up the right fielder J.T. Mullins for the Eagles. He bats with one out here in the top half of the first. Ben, last night, hats off to Austin Kelly. As a Bruins fan, going into that ball game, you see what happens in the first inning. Quite a few pitches from Kelly as the Bruins only got two in that first inning. But kind of your hope was, maybe he's thrown a lot here in the first inning, so we'll get some production later in the game, and we did. But Kelly did not lose steam last night at all and continued the production he needed as the Eagles got the win 5-3 last night. Of course, hats off also to Brent Sorrell for coming in and closing things up for JCS.
Yeah, very familiar with Austin Kelly. I've seen him mature as a pitcher, and he showed that last night. I'll give his praises where, like you said, we got to him early, and he could have done one of two things. He could have folded, or he could have, shown the maturation and pitched like he did last night. I always say it's about damage control. So he definitely did that, only allowing us to get 2 runs and eventually only getting one more the whole game. That's a credit. That's a hats off to him for just, controlling the game. So he didn't let it get out of hand.
Austin Kelly, the senior, he starts at short this evening. He will do that in the bottom half of the first. J.T. Mullins, a victim of a strikeout, looking there for the second out. Austin Kelly, the aforementioned, now strides in, wearing number 1. He bats with 2 outs against Jeb Bush here in the top half of the first. Just getting started here from Overton Stadium. Bush to Kelly, the first one low. District play here at Overton Stadium. Crosstown rivals. Expect a great one again tonight. That one up and in to Kelly as he's ahead now 2-0. And a beautiful evening for baseball here at the ballpark.
Yeah, we better take advantage of this. From what I'm hearing is we're going to get quite a bit of rain the next few days. So, take advantage of these 2 days that we've had. And I'll say it again, I am in the booth, but the weather's been unbelievable. So we've been very fortunate getting this warm weather.
Here's a 2-1 from Bush to Kelly, and it's going to be a fly down the right field line, and that's going to loop foul. Pugh gives chase.
Great job by Jeb Bush right there getting back in this count. He was, fell behind 2-0, and that's obviously a hitter's count. For him to get back in this, and, he's kind of got pretty much any option he wants here at 2-2.
That one low, and it evens things up with 2 outs.
Yeah, I don't like I'm not opposed to that breaking ball, but I'm a big fan of what you throw 2-2, throw it 3-2. So let's see if that holds true here.
That one on the corner gets Austin Kelly, and Jeb Bush gets 3 strikeouts looking to start the game. A fantastic start for him. And we head to the bottom of the first. No score so far from Overton Stadium. This is Bruins Baseball on Worthy Road Studios.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Back here at Overton Stadium, and a fantastic start for Jeb Bush as he strikes out Easton Jones, JT Mullins, and Austin Kelly, all 3 looking in the top half of the first. And the Bruins coming up. They will send Corbin Howard, Nash Kilburn, and Braden Jones as the 1, 2, and 3 hitters. Noah Britt would bat 4th here in the bottom half of the first inning. Zach Creasy, the pitcher for JCS, warming things up here.
Yeah, we need to get off to a quick start again. I think that last night was awesome. It couldn't have gone much better than what we did last night. The only thing is we kept producing. It's just like in the later innings, we could not get that big hit. We would have runners in scoring position. We'd have runners on. Couldn't get that big hit, so hopefully we can put it all together tonight and keep the pressure on. Like I said, we got off to a quick start. Hopefully we can maintain that and just keep adding on. I don't think we became complacent. Like I said, Austin Kelly threw a great game and held us in check. So we need to figure something out here to keep pouring it on. Don't get comfortable.
A win here splits the home and home, and it evens things up as far as the overall record for USJ. They are at 6-7 overall, looking to get things back even here tonight at Overton Stadium. And the first one in there to Corbin Howard for a strike from Zach Creasy for JCS. Here's the next. Corbin swings. Big high grounder over to third, and out at first goes Bennett to Reed Basham. Score that one 5-3 for the first out for the Bruins here in the bottom half of the first. That'll bring up Nash Kilburn, who had a terrific game offensively last night. Put the bat on the ball several. I don't have the stats in front of me, but put the bat on the ball several times last night.
Been a big part of our offense thus far, and he'll continue to be a big part. Getting us going or driving folks in, Nash is very important to this lineup.
Nash Kilburn, the junior center fielder, takes that next one in there for a strike to even things up. The 1-1 to Nash. Swung on, and that one straight to Reed Cooper for the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Braden Jones. That one just in on the hands.
Yeah, he needed a torpedo bat, I guess. But anyway, got a little jammed. I don't know if that was a little cut fastball, but anyway, we'll make an adjustment, and hopefully Braden Jones can get a 2-out rally going right here, get us something going.
Braden Jones looks at the first one off for a ball from Zach Creasy. And Jones ahead in the count here, 2 balls and no strikes as he works ahead here with 2 out. That one right on the outside edge, and a called strike from the plate umpire. And here's the 2-1. That one also in there for a strike. And now you see Creasy coming back here, Ben, fighting back from a 2-0 count to even things up. The 2-2, that was just off.
Great job by Creasy. Very familiar with him as well. Just started pitching, I believe, last year being his first year of actually getting some innings on the mound in a game. So he's still learning, but he's always had a very good arm, and he's just a super athlete. So very capable out there on the mound.
Here's a 3-2 to Jones, and a slow roller to Kelly. He fields it over to first for the out, and the Bruins go down 1-2-3 to complete the first. We head to the second. Here at Overton Stadium, it's Bruins baseball on Worthy Road Studios.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
At Kaufman's, we offer quality name brand home furnishings at very competitive prices. Expect outstanding customer service from Kaufman's appliance specialists. Visit our showroom to see the Kaufman's difference. Relax, you're home.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating, 668-3339, for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Back here at Overton Stadium, Eli Smith, Eli Terry, and Zach Creasy will bat this inning for the Eagles of JCS. They're 4, 5, and 6 hitters against Jeb Bush, who, Ben, had probably, I don't think you can ask for a much better start than what Jeb got in the top half of the first. Let's see if we can duplicate that here in the top of the second.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see some early outs. You know, everybody likes to strike out, but of course it's going to bring the pitch count up. If we get some, put the ball in play, pitch to contact, get some early outs, save those pitches, that'd be a great game plan right there.
The first one low and away to Eli Smith, the catcher for the Eagles. Ball 1 there, and here is the next from Jeb Bush. Swung on and missed. That evens things up at 2 apiece. The 1-1 to Eli Smith. Another swing and a miss. Nice pitch there from Bush. Gets him ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. That one low and away.
Yeah, I like the pitch sequence. He's, changing speeds. He's going in and out. So hats off to Jeb. Hopefully he can keep it up and keep him off balance.
The 2-2 to the catcher, Smith. Swung on and foul, and we will reset. Eli Terry, the designated hitter for the Eagles, stands on deck. For now, it's Eli Smith with a 2-2 count, and here is the next from Bush. That one low and away, and that sends it full.
Yeah, early in the game, this is maybe a pitch where you say, hey, here it comes, and see how far you can hit it.
Here's a shot to Braden Jones, and that gets by him. Leaks into center field. Kilburn gets it. He'll bring it in, and that is going to get a runner at first base, and that'll bring up Eli Terry, the designated hitter, and he'll hit with nobody out.
Yeah, early in the game, nobody on. Hey, let him hit it, throw the fastball down the middle, and we were very close to getting it out there, nearly a line drive. But I like our chances, get another ground ball right here, and hopefully we can roll it up in turn 2.
Zach Creasy, the pitcher for the Eagles, warms up on deck. Right now it's Terry. That one off for a ball. Eli Smith reaches with nobody out. He's at first. Eli Terry hitting here with a 1-0 count against the junior Jeb Bush for USJ. That one a touch high.
If he's got a changeup right here, I really like that pitch. 2-0 changeups are very effective. It's a great pitch to throw in that count, but you have to be comfortable with it. That's the whole deal with a changeup. You have to be comfortable with it. It's a field pitch. So let's see if he can climb his way back here.
Here's a 3-0 to Eli Terry. That one in there for a strike. Terry taken all the way at this point in the game. And he will still be looking for hitters here at 3-1. Here's a pitch. Swung on, a ground ball to Corbin Howard at third. And that one gets into left field. And Eli Terry reaches on that one. So we'll have Eli Smith at second base, Eli Terry at first, and Zach Creasy, the pitcher, looking to help his own cause here against Jeb Bush. And the Eagles threatening with nobody out here in the top half of the second.
Yeah, Jeb did great. He got the ground ball, and it's just, took a bad hop. It's just one of those in-between hops, and, you just kind of throw your glove out there and hope you catch it, and unfortunately we didn't get it. Hopefully we can get another ground ball right here and get some outs on the board.
The first one to Zach Creasy in there for a strike. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Another one in there for strike 2 against Zach Creasy. Ben, this would be a big one here if Jeb can get Creasy and leave those two right there at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. The most important out is the first out. So we need to go ahead and get that one on the board.
And he hit him.
Don't know what really was going on there. I don't know what kind of pitch, if it slipped or what. It didn't look right coming out of his hand.
So Zach Creasy hit by a pitch, and that's going to load things up for the Eagles with nobody out. And the left fielder, A.J. Hastings, coming up to bat for JCS.
And as I mentioned earlier, last night, damage control. This is where you got to minimize damage. You just have to get an out. On a ball in play here, obviously if it's not a sure base hit, you just got to get an out. We'll give up an out for a run every time right here.
Here's a ground ball out at second. Max Kilburn to Braden Jones to get the force from first to second, and 1 run plates for JCS as they take the lead here at Overton Stadium with 1 out.
Yeah, and as I was just saying, so we'll take that out for a run just to get like I said, the chance to make this not a big inning. And I don't know if he's maybe wanting to question whether he slid or not, or what's going on, what the conversation's about. In second base, we had that happen earlier where they weren't sliding and allowing us to try to turn a double play. So I don't know if that's the conversation or not.
We have seen that, not obviously not in this game yet, but a couple of times this season where the Bruins have fallen victim to that call with a base runner not sliding at second base. And I'm sure Coach Giles getting some clarification there on that situation with Zach Creasy going from first to second. Regardless, he's out there on the force. Runners at the corners with one out. And Brody Bennett, the third baseman, your batter for JCS. Takes the first two for balls, and it's 2-0. One nothing early here as JCS leads USJ at Overton Stadium. Runners at the corners, and there's a base hit into right field. Pugh in to get it. He's going to get it in to second base, and another run comes across there for the Eagles. 2-0, and JCS with life still, only one out. Reed Cooper batting for the Eagles here with one out in the top half of the second.
You'd like to see Jeb just go ahead and just get ahead and pitch with a.
That one gets away from McLean. The runners will advance. So now the situation with one ball and no strikes on the batter, Reed Cooper. Base runners at second and third with one out. And again, the Eagles threatening here in the top of the second inning of play. Bush, and it fouled.
And once again, I hate to be repetitive, but this is where you absolutely have to get an out. Willing to trade another run for an out just to going into the huge inning.
That one upstairs, 2-1 from Bush to Reed Cooper, the senior. Reed Cooper, a good kid there, the senior at JCS. Takes that one inside for ball 3. The 3-1 to Reed Cooper. And that one up. So Reed Cooper will take the open base at first, and that'll load things up with one out, and we are back to the top of the order. Easton Jones digs back in. And we have one out. Easton Jones struck out looking in the top of the first. He faces Bush for the second time. Bush goes to the wind at this point with the bases loaded, and that one in there for a strike. Would love to keep this one right here at 2 runs only.
Yeah, that would be huge right here. Double play, whatever it takes. But, yeah, to get out of here with just 2 runs, that'd be a win for us, most definitely. Like I said, we got out early last night. Thought we were going to get a lot more, and they limited us to 2. Kind of, killed that momentum. Maybe we can do the same thing here.
Here's the 1-1, and that one is swung on and missed.
Perhaps get a defensive play to get some momentum going back on our side. A double play would be huge and probably would be that spark for us if we could get one right here.
And that one's in there for strike 3 from Jeb Bush, and a big strikeout looking for Easton Jones, his second for the evening, and that's a big out number 2.
No doubt
and as
about
you
it.
say, Ben, in an inning like this where you you know, as an Eagle fan, probably hoping to get as many as you can. If you can only, as a Bruin defensive unit, hold them to 2 here, it's big.
Yeah, no doubt. And this is a case where you don't want to relax right here. You got that second out. You kind of get a little bit of a, sigh of relief, but you don't want to give in right here. You want to keep, battling, keep attacking right here.
JT Mullins, your hitter, takes that one in there for a strike, and it evens things up at 1 apiece. Austin Kelly, your hitter on deck. JT Mullins struck out looking his first at bat. Here's the next to him. Good block there from Jake Martin to keep that one in front of him and keep that runner at third base. And the count goes 2-1. 2 outs, 2-0. JCS leading this ball game. Bush to Mullins. That one low.
Yeah, here's where you just got to, say, here it comes. There's nothing, no surprises here. It's going to be a fastball. So
the pitch and a fly ball into left field, or into right field rather, and that drops in for a hit. And that's going to score 2 for the Eagles. Ben, that just got right over the head of Max Kilburn and out of his reach and in there for a hit.
You'd really like to see a player right there, second baseman, run to a spot. You notice how he just kind of drifted back, got turned around a couple times. If you run to a spot there and get under it and you can adjust from there, that would be the proper way to do it. So, I mean, that's unfortunate, but it's just part of it.
And the bloop single scores 3 there, so it's 5-0 as that one gets away from Martin. But there's going to be a play at the plate, and he's safe. Reed Cooper read that one, had a little bit of a late jump, so I was hopeful there, Ben, that we could get him at home, and we did not. And JCS scores another. And we still have 2 outs here with Austin Kelly batting with a 1-0 count from Bush. 5-0. JCS leads this one. That one upstairs, 2-0 from Bush to Austin Kelly. Austin Kelly struck out looking his first at bat.
Yeah, you'd maybe like to see Jake go out or maybe Spencer go out and just maybe give Jeb a breather, let him catch his breath right here.
Here's the next to Kelly. That one grounded up the middle. That's going to be a hit. Here comes the runner around third. He's going to score. And that's going to make it 6-0 Eagles here in the top half of the second. And Austin Kelly with the hit to center. So Kelly will be your base runner at first with 2 outs. And, Ben, you're hoping to keep them at 2, and they played another 4 to make it 6-0 here in the top of the second. The bad news, it's 6-0. The good news is we're early on.
Yeah, it's not insurmountable. We just need to get out of there, have good at-bats. Give Jeb a chance to catch his breath once we get back in the dugout. Maybe that takes, or maybe it consists of taking some strikes and making their pitcher throw a few pitches and just making the inning longer for us once we get into the dugout.
Eli Smith is your batter, and he rips one to left field for a hit. Austin Kelly's going to round second, and he's going to end up at third as McLean gets that one in. Here's a play at second. Safe there. And still with 2 out. Now the Eagles find themselves offensively with base runners at second and third. And still working here in the top half of the second. Eli Terry, the DH. stands in from the right side against Bush, who will go back to the windup with runners at second and third with 2 out. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Eli Terry with that ground ball to third earlier takes that one inside for a ball. Even at 1-1, 6-0 Eagles early here from Overton Stadium. Here's the next. That one swung on. Here's Jones. He has it over to Foster for the final out of the inning, but not before a good bit of damage is done from JCS offensively. It's 6-0 here at Overton Stadium. This is Bruins baseball on Worthy Road Studios.
At the Willows, we believe that your loved one should feel at home. Our boutique assisted living community provides top-tier, personalized care in a comfortable and welcoming setting. With the support of trusted physicians, nurses, and staff, we ensure every resident feels cherished. Learn more at willowsofjackson.com or call 731-207-0686. That's 731-207-0686. The Willows, because family matters.
Why rent an apartment when you can lease a home? The Summit in Jackson offers 2 and 3 bedroom single-family homes with lots of amenities. Enjoy the comfort and space in a gated community with smart technology, ADS security, and no maintenance. Short and long-term leases are available, so visit our website or call to schedule your tour today at the Summit in Jackson.
We welcome you back here to USJ Bruins baseball. Thomas Pugh, Ben Howard, broadcasting live from Overton Stadium, University School of Jackson, as the Bruins find themselves down here 6-0 in the bottom half of the second. Noah Britt, Harrison McLean, and Max Kilburn will be hitting for USJ. Noah Britt, your number 4 hitter, McLean, your 5, and Max Kilburn, the senior, the 6th hitter for USJ. If anybody gets on, Logan Foster.
Yeah, and as I said earlier, that we need to put together some good at-bats, make him throw some pitches, make him prove that he can throw strikes. He's been sitting in the dugout for a long time. It's easy to get out of rhythm when you have a long inning like that. You think it's easy to pitch with a lead, but sometimes it's tough. So we need to do the best we can to see as many pitches as we can in this inning and just get something positive out of it. Maybe even, I don't go as far as take until you get a strike, but see some pitches, let Jeb catch his breath, and maybe put together a couple of hits.
Noah Britt lifts this one high and into center field. Jones underneath it, and he has it for out number 1. And that brings up Harrison McLean, the left fielder. McLean, the sophomore, hoping to do some damage here against Zach Creasy, get things started here in the bottom of the second. 6 runs, 5 hits, no errors. The line score for JCS, 0-0-1 for USJ. The first one in there for a strike to McLean as he digs back in from the right side. Here's Creasy. That one low and away.
He's throwing a pretty good breaking ball. I don't know how often it's been a strike, but it is pretty good as far as movement. With that being said, it might be where you can kind of eliminate it until he can prove that he can throw it for a strike.
McLean grounds it over to third. It's going to be a long throw for Bennett. He makes it, and he makes it in time. 5-3 there from Bennett to Basham for out number 2. And that's 5 up for USJ and 5 down as Max Kilburn looks to get things going with 2 outs here offensively for the Bruins.
And this might be a situation where I would take until I get a strike, just to make sure you can make him throw some pitches. Maybe he falls behind in the count.
Max Kilburn, the second baseman this evening for USJ, takes the next one upstairs for ball 2 as he gets ahead here. USJ needing a base runner here in the bottom half of the second inning. Here's the next. That one's low. I would think Kilburn here, Ben, looking at this next one.
Yeah, most definitely. You've got to make him prove that he can throw a strike. Like I said, it's anything to break up their momentum. You know, they're kind of on a roll. They're just kind of cruising. If we can get a base runner, that might be the spark that we need.
The next to Kilburn is in there for strike 2, and Creasy battles back to even things up at 3-2, 2 down. And Max is going to get time. The catcher, Smith, looking over to the dugout to get some clarification on what the pitching coach would like here. Here's the next. That one swung on. Kelly over to Basham for the out. And that's the third out of the inning, so USJ goes down 1-2-3 here in the bottom half of the second, and we're headed to the third. 6-0 Eagles. This is Bruins Baseball on Worthy Road Studios.
There's no doubt when it's time to call the pros for your heating system, and there's no doubt who to turn to. McCoy's Heating and Air and Daikin, the world's #1 air conditioning company. Just the kind of pros I like to do business with. McCoy's quick and professional service was a blessing. I highly recommend. Wish they had more stars than 5, because I'd surely give them a 10. McCoy's is, in my opinion, the GOAT of heating and air. Daikin and McCoy's, West Tennessee's 5-star heating and air team.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your team sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
Back here at Overton Stadium, Zach Creasy, A.J. Hastings, Brody Bennett scheduled to come up for the Eagles. JCS, if anyone gets on, Reed Cooper, your number 9 hitter, second baseman for the Eagles, would bat in the 4th spot for the inning as the Eagles lead this one 6-0 here at Overton Stadium. Jeb Bush back to work. A quick bottom half of the second as the Bruins were retired in order, and so Bush back to work here in the first one low. Offensively, USJ has sent 6 batters to face Creasy, and he's retired all 6. In the meantime, Bush back underway here in the top of the third, 1-0 to Creasy.
This is where Jeb Bush needs to have a short memory, forget about last inning, and try to get the mentality of the first inning, just filling up the strike zone and getting some early outs. Falling behind already, but needs to get back in there.
That one misses. The count goes to 3-0 to Creasy, who was hit by a pitch back in the second inning. That one in there from Bush to Creasy for strike 1. He's hoping Jeb works his way all the way back here against Creasy. The 3-1 from Bush. That one just out. For ball 4, that'll put Creasy on as he works the walk. That brings up the left fielder, A.J. Hastings. A.J. Hastings grounded out to second base earlier, and here comes Coach Giles. And Coach Giles is going to make a change here. He's going to go to the senior Corbin Howard. And we'll take a break as Corbin warms up a bit here at Overton Stadium. It's 6-0 Eagles. We're back after this. This is Bruins Baseball on Worthy Road Studios.
Hey Jackson, Chuck Hutton, Tennessee's trusted name in automotive excellence, is proud to announce the grand opening of Chuck Hutton Nissan, now open at the I-40 and 45 bypass right in the heart of Jackson. Come see why Chuck Hutton has been the go-to destination for car buyers in Memphis for over 100 years. Now we're bringing that same dedication and experience to Jackson. Come experience the Chuck Hutton difference for yourself. Chuck Hutton Nissan will have you saying, I'm going to Jackson.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Beauty House Social. Jackson's premier blowout bar and full-service salon and med spa. From lashes and facials to cosmetic injections and lasers, we have it all. Let's be social.
Back here at Overton Stadium, and the pitching change for the Bruins as the senior Corbin Howard. You know that guy coming in to pitch for USJ. Charlie Redden will come in to take Howard's third base position there. Redden, the junior, will come in defensively for USJ. Again at third base as Howard completes his warm-ups, and he goes to work with a base runner at first in the form of Zach Creasy, the Eagles pitcher, and A.J. Hastings, the left fielder, will come in from the right side. Ben.
Yeah, Corbin just needs to come in here and throw strikes and not try to be a hero, just make it where we can stay in this game, because I still feel like we're in this game at 6-0. We're capable of putting together hits and streaks like that, so he just needs to come in here, throw strikes, get some outs, and get some momentum back on our side.
If you go back over just the past week, 11-1, 14-4, 18-3, those are some offensive scores in favor of USJ as they won those ball games over TCA, McKenzie, and Adamsville respectively. And so you know that USJ is capable of offensive production, no problem. Just hoping to get it here against the Eagles.
Yeah, we just got to stop the bleeding. You know, like I said, double play right here is huge for us. That'd be a huge momentum. Get a ground ball, and just need some type of spark.
That one a tad high. 2-1 now to A.J. Hastings. Brody Bennett, your third baseman for JCS, on deck next. He'll be followed by Reed Cooper, possibly. Here in the third, another throw over. And Creasy back in time. Here's a ground ball to third. Redden to his right, long throw over and in time. Nice play, Charlie Redden.
Absolutely.
Score that one
5-3. Right, that's a big play. You think it's routine, but when things are going bad, anything you can do, like I said, just to get an out, that's going to be a spark for the Bruins. Helps the confidence of the pitcher to put it in play. He knows he's got a defense back there that can help him out, so we just need to keep that mentality.
Brings up Brody Bennett. And here's a high fly ball. Braden Jones calls for it, and he has it for out number 2. Back to that play from Charlie Redden. Hats off again to him, and Ben coming in freshly into the game.
Yeah. I mean, the ball is going to find you. You always
Without
hear
a doubt.
You throw somebody in there, the ball is going to go to him no matter what, it seems like. And to get that one pitch out right there after that out to Charlie Redden, you can't say how big it is just for the Bruins mentality right here.
And that may be the spark we need as Reed Cooper fouls that first one off from Corbin Howard. Reed Cooper walked his first at bat. That back in the second inning. 6-0 Eagles. Looking to keep Zach Creasy at second base, hopefully, here with 2 out and an 0-1 count to Reed Cooper. Here it is from Howard. That one right on the corner for strike 2.
Great breaking ball right there. That's one that starts middle away and just kind of breaks all the way onto the corner. So that was a very effective pitch there, getting ahead 0-2.
That one in there for strike 3 looking. Corbin Howard gets Reed Cooper for the final out of the inning.
That was awesome. And there's one person that is most happy for Corbin, and that's Jeb, because they try to pick each other up. And that's a great job by Corbin going out there and picking him up. So that's a great job to just get us back in this game and have a chance.
The bottom third of the order, Logan Foster, Jackson Pugh, Jake Martin due up in the bottom of the third, and we will head there after this break. This is Bruins Baseball on Worthy Road Studios.
Zaxby's just perfected the Philly again with our signature crispy chicken fingers, sauteed pepper and onions, melty cheese, and garlic aioli. Grilled or fried. Now that's a Zaxby's Philly. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
At Kaufman's, we offer quality name brand home furnishings at very competitive prices. Expect outstanding customer service from Kaufman's furniture specialists. Visit our showroom to see the Kaufman's difference. Relax, you're home.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Back here at Overton Stadium, the Bruins find themselves down 6-0 here in the bottom half of the third. Still plenty of time, though, as USJ sending up Logan Foster, Jackson Pugh, and Jake Martin, the lower third of the batting order for USJ. If anybody gets on, Corbin Howard, now pitching for USJ, would be the number 4 hitter of the inning, as Creasy back out there for JCS completes his warm-ups. And Logan Foster strides in for the first time here in the third.
Yeah, we need to find a way to just chip away. We don't necessarily – we would love a big inning right here, but if we can get a couple guys on and manage to, play to run, that'd be huge. Just like I said, just to chip away. I know we, 7-inning game, but you can't try to get it all at once.
Here's the first to Foster, and he fouls that one off as he goes up there hacking. Foster, Pugh, Martin. Here's the 0-1 in there for strike 2.
Pretty good pitch right there. It did, as I was saying earlier, that is a breaking ball. It did get it across, so you got to kind of put that in the memory bank there.
That one outside for ball 1. Logan Foster looking to be hopefully the first hit here for the Bruins. Need him on. Here we go. That one's fouled. Back out of play. So we'll reset at 1 and 2.
Yeah, like I said, any way you can get on. Put the ball in play. Good things happen. They might kick it around a little bit. We'll take a walk. He's back into this count right now. So just to do anything to break the ice, so to speak, to get on and get some people on the bases.
The next from Creasy. That one in there for strike 3 as Foster goes down looking. And that is 7 up and 7 down for the Bruins. Still looking to get a hit on the board here against Zach Creasy and JCS. Jackson Pugh, the junior right fielder, strides in from the right side, and we'll see if he can't get something done here against Creasy. The first. And that one just off for ball one. The next to Pugh. That one in there for a strike.
I like that take. You know, he threw the first one. It was off, and you just kind of see how far the umpire is going to go with this being his first at bat.
Here's a pop fly in foul territory, and Basham has it for the out. Out number 2 for the Bruins. That'll bring up Jake Martin here with 2 outs. The catcher bats with nobody on in the bottom half of the third. Creasy to Martin. He fouls that one off.
Jake's done some good things at the plate this year. He's come up with some big hits, so he's not just the, so to speak, defensive catcher. I like his bat up there.
That one off the plate for a ball, 1-1. Needing a spark here in the bottom of the third. Corbin Howard, your now pitcher, it was on deck. That one off. And the count goes to 2-1. Jake Martin lifts this one in the right field. The right fielder has it over Mullins for the catch and the final out of the inning. And the first 9 batters are retired for the Bruins. The Eagles lead at 6-0. We head to the 4th here at Overton Stadium. This is Bruins baseball on Worthy Road Studios.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Beauty House Social. Jackson's premier blowout bar and full-service salon and med spa. From lashes and facials to cosmetic injections and lasers, we have it all. Let's be social.
At Kaufman's, we believe your bedroom should be a retreat, a place of comfort and rest. Explore top brands with adjustable bases for the best night's sleep. Visit Kaufman's today and let our sleep specialists help you find your perfect fit. Kaufman's, relax, you're home.
Back here at Overton Stadium, the Bruins find themselves down 6-0 against JCS as we look ahead to the schedule later this week. The Bruins are scheduled to play a home game here against Peabody on Thursday, and then again a game is scheduled for Saturday. Ben, I think that's against Waverly Saturday afternoon. Certainly the pending weather situation will play a factor in whether or not we are able to get those games in later this week. Non-district games, but we'd love to play them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not looking good from the forecast. It sounds like we're going to be underwater, but who knows? They've been wrong before, so we'll see.
Those are home games, so hopefully if the weather cooperates, we will be able to get those in here on Worthy Road Studios. We'll see. Easton Jones leads things off for JCS, top half of the 4th, and he works against Corbin Howard and takes the first one for a ball as we get started in the top of the 4th here from Overton Stadium. 6-0 Eagles. Corbin gets that one in there just inside. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Jones has struck out twice looking. The Bruin faithful are hopeful he does it again here. And that one misses away for ball 2.
Yeah, you really like to see Corbin get some early outs here, get back in the dugout, and get the bats going.
Here's a fly ball to left field. McLean going back, and that one is gone. Home run, Easton Jones. Solo home run for Jones here in the top of the fourth. Seven nothing after the solo home run for Easton Jones. And the Eagles add to the lead, 7-0 here in the top of the fourth. JT Mullins, the right fielder, comes in from the left side. Nobody out. That one misses from Howard. And Ben Easton Jones shakes off two strikeouts looking previously in the evening and hits a bomber to add on. Here's Kilburn over to first for the first out of the inning. Retires JT Mullins 4-3. And the Bruins get the out.
Just fell behind the count there and left looked like maybe a breaking ball up over the plate. So it's just got to stay down in the zone, just like he did there, get that ground ball.
Here's a swing and a miss from Austin Kelly, the shortstop. Home plate umpire checks it, but we get the call there. 0-1. The next from Howard. That one low and away, evens the count. Austin Kelly with the hit to center field, his last at bat. That one upstairs, 2-1. Seven nothing Eagles. Here's Howard to Kelly, and here's a fly ball. McLean coming in now. Has it for out number 2. Two down here in the top of the fourth. That brings up Eli Smith, the cleanup hitter. Catcher for JCS. Had to hit the left his last at bat. That one wide as Corbin Howard does battle against Eli Smith. Here's the 1-0. There's a base hit right in between Redden and Jones. And that'll get Eli Smith on with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, just got to keep attacking the zone. Solo home run. You got to, like I said, have a short memory and continue to pitch. You just really have to keep your mindset of that, pitching and not just throwing. So hopefully he can stay down in the zone right here.
That one gets away from Martin, and the runner will advance Eli Smith over to second base. And a 1-0 count to Eli Terry, the DH for the Eagles. Terry 1 for 2 for the evening. Here's the next to him from Howard, and that's swung on and missed, and that evens it at 1 apiece. Eli Terry back in the first with the base hit, and then he grounds out to third in the second inning. Here's the next from Howard. That one low. Runs the count to 2-1. The Eagles add a run here in the top of the fourth. 7-0. 7 runs on 7 hits. Here's a ground ball to Jones. And over to Foster for the final out of the inning. 7-1 here from Overton Stadium. The Eagles lead it. We're back right after this.
Perkins Restaurant and Bakery on Van Drive has been part of Jackson and Madison County for more than 25 years. We're more than a restaurant. We love our guests as family, and we enjoy getting to know you personally. Come anytime for our $5 breakfast deals. Buy 3 muffins and get 3 free from the bakery. Our Wednesday specials, or all-you-can-eat catfish Friday and Saturday nights. And don't forget, free pie Mondays. Perkins on Van Drive in Jackson.
Clement Automatic Transmission and Wrecker Service has been the trusted name in Jackson and West Tennessee for over 45 years. Our expert technicians, backed by over 125 years of combined experience, are here to handle your automatic transmission repair needs. Plus, our 24-hour wrecker service ensures you're never stranded. Find us at 3846 Brownsville Highway in Jackson or call 731-422-6356. For reliable transmission repairs and your towing needs, you can count on Clement Transmission and Wrecker Service.
Welcome back to Overton Stadium. Bruins baseball on Worthy Road Studios. 7-0, the Eagles lead. Ben, we've had 9 hitters to come to the plate for the Bruins, and so far all 9 have been retired, so hopefully this is where the spark comes, with Howard, Kilburn, and Jones scheduled to hit here, each for the second time in this ball game as we work here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, going through the lineup again, turning it over. That'll, we've seen him once. Hopefully we can, maybe make some adjustments and just find a way on. That's what we have to do. We need base runners, and like I said, anything we can do to start the merry-go-round and get guys on and score some runs, we need to do. We got to manufacture.
Zach Creasy still working for the Eagles. And Corbin Howard now pitching for USJ. Digs in. Corbin grounded out to third base his last time up. We'll see if Corbin can't get something started. The senior from the right side faces Creasy for the second time in the game. He'll be followed by Nash Kilburn. First in there from Creasy is up and in for a ball. And here's the next. That one low and away.
This might be something I would seriously consider is, taking until you get a strike. That might be a way. Maybe he, has trouble finding the strike zone and don't help him out any and, get a couple guys on and then you take it off and you get the big hit. But that's just a thought. And maybe some of the guys are thinking that themselves. Hopefully they're, like I said, trying to have an approach. You don't want to just get up there and swing. You want to have an idea of what's going on, what you need to do.
Here's the next in there to Howard, and that's a ball for 3-1. And we'll see if Howard here, hopefully, in some form or another, will be the first base runner for the Bruins for the evening. And here's a ground ball to third again. That one fielded by Bennett over to first. And a nice dig there from Basham to get the out at first and retire the first one for the inning for USJ. And Nash Kilburn comes up with one out here in the 4th.
Need to find a way to get on, maybe get Creasy out of his comfort zone. He's been out of the windup the whole game, so find a way to get on and see what happens.
Nash Kilburn, the junior center fielder, looking to provide a spark here for the Bruins in the 4th. That one just off from Creasy. No runs, no hits, and 1 error. The stat line for USJ. That one inside. 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors for JCS. Here at Overton Stadium, the next to Nash. And that one's ripped foul down the right field line.
Got a lot going on the Bruin campus today. I think we have track, softball, baseball. Is there soccer going on as well?
Did not see any soccer, but the lower school musical is going on.
That's a tough ticket to get these days.
I guarantee it. 3-1, the count to Nash Kilburn. That one inside, and
that's what we
Nash Kilburn
right
works a walk. And hopefully a pulse here for the Bruins offensively in the 4th inning. Braden Jones.
Absolutely. Like I said, it's you usually in a game when you start a game as a pitcher, you can usually count on 2 high-stress innings. So maybe this is one of them. We've had a couple already as far as pitchers go, but that's what you can usually count on, and it's how you manage that. So maybe we can get something going, get him out of his comfort zone, get him in the stretch, and so let's see what happens.
First one from Creasy in there for a strike. Nash Kilburn, your base runner at first with 1 out. That's a foul ball. Those are generally tough to tell for me, Ben. How far out off the plate. That one was pretty close to the feet, if not, it may have hit him off of the bat in the foot.
Yeah, I believe it did. And here's where you really got to battle. You got to put together an AB, make him throw as many pitches as possible right here, down 0-2 in the count.
Creasy to Jones, and there goes Kilburn, and here's the throw down. Not in time, and Nash Kilburn picks up the stolen base as he strides into scoring position with 1 out and a 1-2 count to Braden Jones.
I know we're down 7-0, but I really like that play. I don't know if that was a sign given by Coach Giles, but I'd like let's force the issue a little bit, and let's see if he can throw us out. Let's make them make a play. We've been kind of sitting back, not having anybody on base. So let's force the issue. Let's kind of put them under some pressure if we can.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Braden Jones, the sophomore shortstop for the evening. Here's the next to him. That one swung on and missed. Gets away from the catcher. The throw down in time, but Kilburn will advance from second to third on the dropped third strike, and that'll bring up Noah Britt as Braden Jones strikes out. Britt will bat with 2 outs and a base runner in the form of Nash Kilburn, 90 feet away at third, needing to plate that one here in the 4th to give us some life.
Yeah, and we'll take it any way we can get it, pass ball, base hit, whatever. We just need to get that runner in.
And this one
That'll
hit into the gap in left center, and it's down for at least one. Here's Noah Britt into second base for the double with 2 outs, and the Bruins are finally on the board, 7-1.
Now batting, number 21, Harrison McLean.
And with 2 outs, Ben, I like our chances here. Hopefully McLean can swap places there with Britt, and we can plate another to get a little closer here.
Yeah, that would be optimal right now. Harrison is due, as they say, so he seems to be just missing the pitch over the last few games, where he's getting some good pitches to hit, but he's just missing, just fouling them off. So maybe he can make that adjustment here and finally put it all together and trade places with Noah out there.
Off speed in there for a strike.
And I like that
the counts
take.
At 1-1.
I like the take. Sit on your pitch until you have to make that adjustment and hit that pitch.
2 outs. Noah Britt at second base. Here's a swing and a foul. Runs the count to 1-2. So Zach Creasy here ahead versus McLean. Nash Kilburn reached on the walk, stole second, and over to third with the drop third strike on Jones. Scores on the Noah Britt double. And that is the only run thus far for the Bruins. Looking to add more here with Harrison McLean, the sophomore left fielder for the Bruins. Here's the next to him, and that's outside for ball 2.
Yeah, and you really like to see Harrison. You hear people say, see the ball a long time. That you want to let that ball get deep and perhaps take it to right field. Just being behind in the count. I know he's evened it up 2-2, but you want to see the ball a long time right here.
The next in there for strike 3 from Creasy. to strike out McLean for the final out of the inning. But the Bruins do get one run on one hit in the inning, and it's 7-1 Eagles. We're back after this on Worthy Road Studios.
Hi, I'm Cody Fitz with Fitscapes. Our business's focus is on building your dream yard at your dream home. When designing our backyards, we always like to start with our pool and patio areas first. Then we complement that with the landscaping, and we finish with the lawn for all of the outdoor entertaining needs. After installation is complete, we provide annual maintenance for all of your lawn care and landscaping needs. Fitscapes, let's build something beautiful.
At FMY Orthodontics, we believe a beautiful, healthy smile is the key to boosting confidence and enhancing quality of life. Our team of highly skilled and compassionate orthodontic professionals is dedicated to providing personalized care in a welcoming, state-of-the-art environment. Whether you're looking for traditional braces, clear aligners, or other orthodontic solutions, we offer a variety of options to meet your needs. Our goal is to provide the most effective and efficient orthodontic treatment for every patient.
Back here at Overton Stadium, 7-1 Eagles as we head to the top half of the fifth. Zach Creasy, A.J. Hastings, Brody Bennett. Your hitters for JCS, Reed Cooper, would be next as they lead 7-1 here at Overton Stadium. Again, the Bruins scheduled to play later this week 2 home games, first on Thursday versus Peabody. That game would be at 6:30 Thursday evening. And then on Saturday against Waverly at 4 p.m. if the weather allows it. Stay tuned. Corbin Howard. And the first one in there to Zach Creasy, lifts it down the left field line, and McLean catches it for the out.
That's big right there. You know,
1 pitch, 1 out.
Exactly. You know me. So huge for the pitcher. Us scoring a run. If we can get back in there as soon as we can, hopefully in 2 more batters, that's huge right there.
Let's keep them where they are. A.J. Hastings, your left fielder, he hits with 1 out, and he pops one foul, and that's going to get out of play as Foster, Martin, and Howard, all 3 were giving chase. Ben, that would have been nice. 2 pitches, 2 outs there, but that one just gets out of harm's way for the Eagles.
Yep, just continue to attack the zone. Obviously, we want to try to limit the pitches, get back in the dugout. And, you know, we're very capable of putting together a big inning. So I do not – obviously don't like the 7-1 score, but I don't think that's insurmountable.
A.J. Hastings has grounded out twice in this ball game. He bats with 2 strikes. This one's going to get out of play as well. Back in the first, Hastings grounds out to second base. And he grounds out to third base in the 3rd inning, and a nice play from Charlie Redden over there on the hot corner. Corbin way ahead here, 0-2. The next one misses low. Not a bad spot there to A.J. Hastings.
Nice job by Jake Martin there. You know, blocking that ball. You never know if you're going to get a swing and a miss, so keeping that in front of him. Great job.
The 1-2 from Howard. This one poked right back at Corbin. He fields it and over to Foster. Score that one. 1-3 for the 2nd out of the inning. And Brody Bennett bats with 2 down and nobody on. 7-1 USJ trailing in this game. Find themselves with 6 outs remaining to get it done. The first one to Bennett. Up and in for ball 1. Bennett popped out to shortstop his last time up. He sees that one down low for ball 2. 2-0 as Bennett works ahead here in this count. The third at bat for Bennett. This one grounded over to the right side. Here's Kilburn to Corbin, who was covering. And now there's going to be a play at second base. And the throw, and they safe. Safe is the call. So the ground ball over to second base pulled Kilburn to his left, Foster to his right, Corbin there covering. The throw gets away, and then the base runner advances, and though the play was close there at second, the runner is safe, so the Eagles will have Brody Bennett as the base runner at second base with 2 down, and Reed Cooper coming to bat, and here comes Coach Giles to talk things over with Corbin Howard.
Yeah, that's a tough play right there, especially for the second baseman or no matter who's coming over. If you got the pitcher coming over, tough to get that timing down, make the catch, tag the base. It looked very close at second base, but I tell you what, the umpires out here, they're doing the best they can, and I got to agree with them. They don't have any bias in this, so they're calling it as they see it. So obviously we would have liked to go our way, but
Reed Cooper stands in there with 2 down, and here's a ground ball to third base for a hit. That is going to score Brody Bennett, and the Eagles will add another run to their lead, and it's 8-1 JCS. 8-1 Eagles as Reed Cooper delivers the RBI double here in the top of the 5th. Ben, on the previous play, unfortunately, it was sort of in that zone where Foster was reaching hard to his right, Kilburn to his left, Corbin covering. Just was going to be a tough out altogether. Then the throw goes awry.
Yeah, that's one where it's just
everybody's doing their job.
Right, repetitions are huge in that, where Logan has to know how far he can go to his right. Unfortunately, he went a little far. I mean, you can't fault him. He's trying to make a play. But, you know, if he gets back to first base, it's going to be a much easier play for Max and Logan to make that play rather than trying to hit the pitcher on the run.
Easton Jones homered his last time up, and he's in there with an 0-2 count against Corbin Howard. And Corbin looking to shut it down here. This one's ripped foul. We will reset at 0-2. Two outs, 8-1. JCS leads this one. Easton Jones, your hitter. 0-2 from Corbin, and that one hit him. So Easton Jones will reach on the hit by pitch. And with the vacant base there open, hopefully no harm there, as JT Mullins steps in from the left side to hit with 2 down and runners at first and second for the Eagles.
Yeah, I like the idea. They're trying to get inside. You don't see it a lot. I wish that they would throw inside more, but unfortunately just got a little too far inside. Just got to get back and, like I said, short memory. Forget about it. Attack the zone. Get a ground ball. Get out of there and get the bats going.
Eight runs on 9 hits, no errors for the Eagles. 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error for the Bruins. Here's a check from Howard over to second, and Cooper gets back with no throw. He's at second, Jones at first. 2 out. Here's the next to JT Mullins, and that's just a hair off. And it evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. That one gets away from Martin, and the runners will advance. Cooper to third, Easton Jones to second, and that's where they will be with the 2-1 count to J.T. Mullins, the right fielder. And here's a bunt, and it's a good one down the third base line, and it scores Cooper from third. And Ben, that one, you can't draw it up much better than that.
No, he did the right thing. You really weren't going to have a play, so you just try to, hopefully it goes foul. But yeah, that's just one of those things. It was a great bunt, and nothing you can do with it.
That one stays fair on the infield, and so we find Mullins at first, Easton Jones at third, Austin Kelly, the hitter for JCS, now leading 9-1 with the RBI on the previous play there on the bunt single for JT Mullen. Cooper scores from third, so it's 9-1 Eagles here at Overton Stadium. That one in there for a strike to Austin Kelly.
Yeah, this is where you still got to compete right here. You got to make sure that you're still in the zone and not trying to overthrow and just stick to a game plan.
Howard to Kelly, that one in for a ball. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Softball, track, baseball, lovely evening here on the lovely campus of USJ. That one in there for a strike. And Corbin works ahead 1-2 here against Austin Kelly. This would be a big out. Kelly batting in the third position for JCS tonight. Wanted that corner, did not get it.
Yeah, good
and
try
it's
right
2-2. Another one misses from Howard, and now we are full at 3-2. So you'll see Mullins take off here from first base once the delivery comes, and here we go, and that is a ball. And so Austin Kelly reaches on the walk. That'll load things up for Eli Smith. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Eli Smith, your hitter. The catcher for JCS with 3 hits on the evening. To center in the first, to left in the second, and to left in the fourth. He bats with the bases loaded. Smith takes that one on the corner for a strike as Howard gets ahead. The next, that gets away from Martin. Here's a play at the plate, and safe. Safe at the plate is going to be Easton Jones as the Eagles plate another to make it 10-1 JCS in the 5th. So now runners at second and third. And Eli Smith still up there with a 1-1 count with 2 down, facing Corbin Howard. This one hit to Braden Jones. At short, he throws over to Foster to get the final out of the inning. Score that one 6-3. And it's 10-1 Eagles as the Bruins are coming up in the bottom half of the 5th when we return here on Worthy Road Studios.
Zaxby's just out Phillied the Philly with our signature crispy chicken fingers, sauteed peppers and onions, garlic aioli, and melty cheese. Your move, Philly. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
At the Willows, we believe that your loved one should feel at home. Our boutique assisted living community provides top-tier, personalized care in a comfortable and welcoming setting. With the support of trusted physicians, nurses, and staff, we ensure every resident feels cherished. Learn more at willowsofjackson.com or call 731-207-0686. That's 731-207-0686. The Willows, because family matters.
Back here at Overton Stadium on the campus of the University School of Jackson. 10-1, the Eagles lead it here over the Bruins. And Zach Creasy continuing to work here for the Eagles of JCS as the Bruins find themselves in a big hole, Ben, but we've got the bats. We just need them to come on out here tonight.
Yeah, and it's a pride thing, you know. You don't give up an at bat, so hopefully we can put together something and show that we still got some fight in us. And who knows, we put something together and put a couple runs up, get a little momentum going. Stranger things have happened.
Max Kilburn, Logan Foster, and Jackson Pugh will bat here in the bottom of the fifth. I said previously we had 6 outs, but we are in the bottom of the fifth. So we'll have 9 outs to get this done. Here's Max Kilburn with a swing and a foul. Max Kilburn grounded out to short, his only at bat for the evening, as Kilburn, Foster, Pugh, Martin have only batted once tonight, as Zach Creasy has done good work here at Overton Stadium against the Bruins. We are in the fifth, 10-1. That one on the corner for strike 2.
Yeah, he's really thrown a good game, thrown strikes. I think just 1 hit, 1 walk, so been very effective.
The lone hit, Noah Britt, the double in the 4th inning to score Nash Kilburn from third. Nash had reached on a walk, and that is the story of the offense for the Bruins, unfortunately, this evening. Max Kilburn at second base defensively for USJ, the senior, sees the 2-2, and he swings and misses for out number 1 here in the fifth. Logan Foster, your next hitter. Logan Foster, also a senior here for the Bruins. Foster, Howard, Kilburn, Ethan Lee, Hudson McKenzie, your seniors here at USJ, as we give a nod to those guys. Here's another one from Foster, fouled. Evens the count at 1-1. Jackson Pugh, the right fielder, warms up on deck.
Yeah, I think Logan Foster just had some big news. Committed to go play baseball at Ball State.
That is correct.
Exciting news for him. Looking forward to seeing him continue his baseball career. I know he's really passionate about the game, so congrats to Logan.
Here's the next. That one upstairs for 2-1. Yeah, congratulations to Logan, the senior, continuing at Ball State, and congratulations to Ryan, his father, April, his mother, and Coach Foster, Coach Jim Foster, his grandfather, who was my freshman football coach, Ben. Good man.
Yep,
3-2 on the swing and miss. Yes, absolutely. And good to see Coach Foster continuing to come out and support Logan and the Bruins. Here's a high pop fly foul. And that one ducks out of play. So Foster will stay up there at 3-2. And Foster draws the walk. And yes, a nice at bat for Logan Foster as he reaches on the walk, and that brings up Jackson Pugh, the right fielder. Pugh, the junior, digs in, popped out to first base his first at bat. He works against Creasy, and that one up high as he gets ahead here momentarily. Only one hit in the game so far, and that is a double for Noah Britt. Here's a check over on Foster as he gets back in plenty of time. The 1-0 from Creasy. And Pugh gets ahead here 2-0.
Yeah, I don't know how his pitch count is. Like I said, I know he was first introduced to the mound last year. As I said, he's always had a great arm. I think it's kind of a necessity for him to come in and eat up some innings. Obviously been very effective tonight. But, you know, you don't know how that arm strength is as far as like going, you know, deep pitch count. I don't know what he's at right now, but I'm sure he's probably gone this far in a previous game this year, but it's still new to him. And as I said, doing a great job keeping us off balance. But like I said, high stress innings, maybe we can make this one of them.
Logan Foster, your base runner at first. He reached on the walk. Here's Pugh with a 2-0 count, and he lifts this one foul.
Just missed it. He was on that pitch and just missed it.
So the 2-1 from Creasy to the junior Pugh. Here it is, and that one misses low. And that gets away from Smith, the catcher, and Foster advances to second. So a runner in scoring position, and Pugh with the advantage here at 3-1.
And that right there, we were not evidence right there. We weren't taking good secondaries because he was on his way back when the ball was going to the backstop. So need to do a better job on our secondaries right there.
Here's a 3-1 to Pugh. That one right on the corner for a strike. He didn't care for it, so we'll do it again here at 3-2. 10-1, the Eagles lead it. Creasy to Pugh. Here's a swing and a ground ball to short. Kelly mishandles it, and Foster is going to give it a go at home, and he's safe. Safe at home is Logan Foster on the error for Kelly. And Pugh reaches, and Foster scores to make it 10-2 in favor of the Eagles.
Yeah, like I said, you put the ball in play, good things will happen. It's just part of the game. Would really like to see Jackson Pugh on second base right there on that throw from, you know, deep shortstop to home. He could, you know, possibly have another man in scoring position with one out, avoid the double play. So
time called there. Pugh at first, and Jake Martin, your hitter. And here's the first to Martin from Creasy, and that's in there for a strike as the Bruins continue working here with one out, chipping away in the fifth inning from Overton Stadium. The next, that one low and away, and a good stop there from Smith, the catcher for JCS, to keep Pugh at first base. The next to Martin, that one too, outside.
And I like this at bat. Maybe it's a good thing that Jackson stayed on first base because it kind of opens up that hole on the right side with the first baseman holding Pugh on. 9 times out of 10, Martin's going to go to right field. So maybe this is the hole that he needs to get a base hit through.
Here's a swing and a miss from the catcher, Martin. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Jake Martin lined out to right field, his only other at bat for the evening. Logan Foster with the walk. Pugh with the ground ball error to short, and Foster scores there.
It's a great take right there by Martin. Running to full, if we happen to get a walk right here and get some things going. So great at bat right here by Jake Martin. Let's see if he can capitalize right here.
The 3-2 to Martin. And strike 3 the call as Martin goes down looking for the second out of the inning. 2 outs here as the Eagles lead it 10-2. Pugh continues to be the base runner at first base. And Corbin Howard bats with 2 down here in the 5th. Here's a swing and a ground ball to Cooper at second, over to Basham at first. And that's the final out of the inning. And the Eagles lead it 10-2 at Overton Stadium. We're back after this on Worthy Road Studios.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Let me tell you about the American Dream. In 1974, I had $425 to my name. I bought 21 carpet remnants, rented an old lumber shed, and opened Deaton's Rug Barn on East College. I worked long hours with the hope of taking care of my family. I'm so thankful to Jesus who changed my life. He gave me a dream. So in 1985, we opened Deaton's Carpet One on the 45 bypass with a commitment to customer satisfaction. My friends, don't give up on your dream, because your dream can come true.
Back here at Overton Stadium, the Eagles lead it 10-2 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Eli Terry, Zach Creasy, A.J. Hastings will be your hitters for for JCS as the Eagles bat. Here, Brody Bennett, if anyone gets on. Corbin Howard continues working, the senior pitcher for USJ. Love to see quick work here.
Yep, that's what he needs to do. Just stay ahead in the count right here and don't become predictable. Throw strikes, and I like our chances.
Eli Terry, your designated hitter. 1 for 3 on the evening. Hits this one. Jones to his right, and it gets by him into left field for the base hit. And Eli Terry reaches on the hit to left field to start the 6th inning for the Eagles. Zach Creasy, the pitcher, and an impressive night been so far for Creasy, you must say.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd like to see another ground ball right here.
Creasy flew out to left field his last time up. He faces Howard and fouls that one off for strike 1. Corbin Howard, your pitcher. Redden at third, Jones at short, Kilburn at second, Logan Foster at first. Here's the next. And that one misses and evens the count at 1-1. McLean, Kilburn, and Pugh make up the outfield for the Bruins. Here's a fly ball into center field. Nash Kilburn underneath it, gathers it, And one down. One away here in the top of the 6th. Brings up A.J. Hastings for JCS, the left fielder. He has grounded out 3 times in this game.
Love to have another one right here. It gives us an opportunity to maybe turn 2.
First one in there from Corbin Howard. Eli Terry with the hit to left field. He's your lone base runner with 1 out. The next from Howard misses outside. And it's 1-1. Brody Bennett, the third baseman for the Eagles, on deck.
Ooh, pretty good pitch right there. Must have just missed there.
Two and 1 the count to A.J. Hastings. The Eagles lead at 10-2. Here's a fly ball to right field. Pugh underneath it, has it for the out. 2 down here in the 6th. Corbin Howard looking to shut it down here with Brody Bennett to keep the Eagles where they are. Where they are is with an 8-run lead, 10-2 for JCS. The first one misses to Bennett.
That's good.
Reed Cooper on deck. Reed Cooper with the double his last time up, so let's keep him over there. Bennett inside, 2-0.
And as I was saying earlier, perhaps good spot here for an off-speed pitch. I like the 2-0 off-speed. You know, you kind of get the anxious hitter and induce contact and hopefully get a weak ground ball.
That one misses low from Howard to Bennett. And Bennett way ahead here, 3-0. Eli Terry continues to be your base runner at first. That one in there for a strike. Corbin hopefully working his way back here in this at bat. 3-1. The count, Brody Bennett. This one hit up the middle for a base hit. Good effort there from Braden Jones to his left, and it just gets by him and leaks into center field for the hit. So that'll put Brody Bennett at first with the hit. Eli Terry, he advances to second base here with 2 down, and Reed Cooper coming to bat for JCS. Looks like we have a change of some regard here, like a running change into pinch run for the Eagles is number 14. Max Collins gets into the game. So he runs for Eli Terry at second base. Brody Bennett at first after the hit. Reed Cooper takes the first one for a ball as he bats with 2 down, up 10-2 in the 6th. Corbin Howard to Reed Cooper. That one just misses outside. And Cooper ahead here 2-0.
Yeah, we're just not doing a good job of getting ahead. 3-0 the last at batter, 2-0 now. We just
that one fouled, so Howard working his way back here 2-1. USJ with an overall record of 6-7, district record of 2-1. Both wins coming against Trinity Christian Academy last week. The one loss against JCS at their place last night. Here's Cooper with a hit to left field. McLean has it. but the run is going to score. And the RBI single for Reed Cooper as Collins scores from second. And JCS leads it now 11-2 here against the Bruins at Overton Stadium.
You still got to compete. You know, as frustrating as it can be, you still got to get out there, compete, and get that out. Try to get ahead right here in the count.
Easton Jones with the hit. Left field, McLean with the throw, and they're going to hold the runner at third. And so the bases will be loaded with 2 outs as Easton Jones gets the single there. That'll bring up JT Mullins, the right fielder. Bats from the left side with the bases loaded and 2 outs. JCS with one run so far this inning. Let's keep it right there, 11-2 as they lead it here in the 6th. Mullins takes that one up. Here's a throw back, and Charlie loses it there for a second on the throw, and the runner will score. Quick throw down from Martin to Redden, and the runner makes it home there on the throw. And it's now 12-2, and Ben, possibly with the 10-run lead, we're looking at being down to, instead of 6 outs, our final 3 outs of the game, but let's hope not. Let's get out of this inning first, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's the inevitable. You know, you got to, face reality. So hopefully get out of here, down by 10 and maybe scratch a couple across and have another AB.
Austin Kelly on deck. JT Mullins, your batter. He bats with runners at first and second. 12-2 the lead. And a 2-1 count to Mullins. Here's a swing and a foul. Runs the count to 2-2. Let's keep them here. 12 runs on 14 hits. And 2 runs on 1 hit for the Bruins. Zach Creasy, must say, doing good work for JCS. Here's the pitch. And that runs it to a 3-2 strike count to JT Mullins, the right fielder. Mullins with a nice bunt hit his last time up. Right down the line on third base. Here's a ground ball to Kilburn at second. He has it over to Foster, and it gets away from Foster. The throw gets away from Foster. Low throw there from Kilburn. And JCS adds to the lead here, 13-2. Just a mishandle there from Kilburn?
Oh, yeah, there's just, you got to move your feet. You got to gain ground when you make that throw. So, just one of those things, everybody has games like this. It's how you react. So hopefully we can, put it behind us and continue getting better and win some ball games in the process.
So Austin Kelly will bat with 2 outs as the Eagles have plated 3 thus far in this inning, 13-2. They lead it. That one low to Kelly. Base runners at second and third here in the 6th. The pitch, and here's a long fly ball, and that's going to go foul to even it at 1 apiece. Austin Kelly Struck out looking in the first. Had a hit to center field in the second. Flew out to left in the fourth and walked his last time up. Here's the next. That one's low and away from Corbin Howard. 2-1 the count. As Kelly bats for the 5th time in this ball game. Sees that one up. 3-1. The base open at first, runners at second and third. Eli Smith, the catcher, on deck. Here's the 3-1, and that one is spoiled, and it runs the count to 3-2. Here's a ground ball to Jones deep in the hole over to Foster, and the throw gets away from Foster there. And so 2 more runs will score here for JCS, and it's 15-2 Eagles. So what's the call here, Ben?
I have no idea.
I did not see the call. The throw pulled the base runner off. And I'm guessing, folks, and my apologies, I'm not sure if he rounded, must have been a play where he rounded first, thinking the throw got away and he could possibly advance to second and was tagged out by Foster. Regardless, we get the out there.
Yeah.
We get the out there. We'll talk it over here in the booth and see if someone else had a better angle than we did. I was looking at the base runners. But JCS does plate 2. It's 15-2. JCS, they lead it here at Overton Stadium. We're back. This is Bruins Baseball on Worthy Road Studios.
Hey Jackson, Chuck Hutton, Tennessee's trusted name in automotive excellence, is proud to announce the grand opening of Chuck Hutton Nissan, now open at the I-40 and 45 bypass right in the heart of Jackson. Come see why Chuck Hutton has been the go-to destination for car buyers in Memphis for over 100 years. Now we're bringing that same dedication and experience to Jackson. Come experience the Chuck Hutton difference for yourself. Chuck Hutton Nissan will have you saying, "I'm going to Jackson."
We would like to thank the following sponsors for supporting this broadcast. Jeremy Little, Shelter Insurance, 189 West University Parkway, Suite A, Jackson. Snyder Equipment, 1311 Lower Brownsville Road, Exit 74 on I-40.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should be more than just a place to store your money. Our foundation benefits with high-interest checking account pays you interest, but also includes identity theft monitoring, cell phone protection, and roadside assistance. Start a financial conversation with us today by visiting our website, foundationbank.org, or call us on the number on your screen. In the meantime, God bless you.
Terms and conditions apply. Foundation Bank is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Back here at Overton Stadium, Ben, we had a chance to chat with a few in the crowd there. And again, our apologies for not knowing exactly what happened on that final out of the inning there previously, but the indication we get is that the base runner who reached on the throwing error saw the pass ball, made a baseball move towards second apparently, and Foster tagged him for the final out of the inning, but not before the Eagles plate another 2 runs to make it 15-2, and that is where we are. And with the run rule here in play, we've got to get at least 3 here to keep the game going.
Yeah, you just grind out at bats right here. You don't want to give the bats away. So Nash right here, he's just competing right here and trying to make something happen. So you still got to play the game.
That one high, 2-1 to Nash Kilburn. Braden Jones on deck. He'll be followed by Noah Britt. If anyone gets on, Harrison McLean, the left fielder. And here's a high fly ball to deep center field. Underneath it is the center fielder Jones, and he has it for out number 1. And still Ben Creasy working here in the 6th inning, has only allowed 1 hit in this ball game.
Yeah, I don't know. We really haven't hit the ball hard all night, so it's not like we're hitting the balls right at them. So it's just one of those nights. Every team has it. It's just how you respond is what's most important, and hopefully, Coach Giles will tell them that there's still a lot of the season left. So
here's a line shot to third base.
As I
Bennett
say,
has it.
As I was talking about, that's one that was hit extremely hard right at somebody. So just like I said, part of it.
And with the run rule in place here, 15-2, Noah Britt strides in as possibly the final out here. Well, let's just say with 1 out remaining, unless we can get things going here in the bottom of the 6th. Down 15-2, the Eagles lead it. Britt, McLean on deck. Swing and a miss there. That one low and away, and still Ben, Zach Creasy, not a bad spot there.
No.
Doing good work.
He's definitely been around the zone all night. I think just 1 walk.
That one swung on and hit. And that one gets into left field for the base hit for Noah Britt. So a bit of life still remaining here for the Bruins with Harrison McLean as Britt reaches on the single. Nash Kilburn flew out to center field. Braden Jones lined out to third base. Noah Britt with a single. That's where we are here in the 6th. McLean sees that one up high. Leaves it alone for ball 1. Noah Britt, the only base hitter for the Bruins. A double and a single. He's at first. McLean fouls that one. Back this way, and it's 1-1 with 2 outs here in the 6th. Once again, weather pending for the rest of the week. Hopefully we'll get a game in on Thursday against Peabody. Here's another foul. Game scheduled to be here at Overton Stadium against Peabody on Thursday, and then Waverly Saturday afternoon, depending on the weather. So far, Ben, we'll wait here. 1 and 2. That one bounces up there for a ball. We've had a couple of weather patterns to come through this the past few weeks, and luckily they've been north of us and south, and we've missed those. Hopefully we'll do it again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's a long fly ball to left field. Back goes the center fielder. He has it. Or does he? He does for the out. The long fly ball from McLean caught by the center fielder, and that's the final out of the game. The Eagles come into this ball game. They score 15 runs on 14 hits and 1 error against USJ. The stat line for the Bruins: 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 error for the Bruins. The 2 hits coming from Noah Britt, both in the form of a single and a double. Zach Creasy, nice work for Zach Creasy for JCS as he works 6 innings this evening and gets the win 15-2 here at Overton Stadium. Once again, a programming note as we look ahead to the latter part of this week. The Bruins are scheduled to play here at Overton Stadium, a home game against Peabody on Thursday. If the weather allows, we will air that game here on Worthy Road Studios. Also on Saturday against Waverly Central, 4 p.m. start for Saturday. Again, if the weather allows, we'll play those games, and we will air them here on Worthy Road Studios. 2 non-district games coming up later this week. We hope that we can get them in, and we hope that we will have you with us for those games. The Bruins record goes to 6-8 on the season overall, and 2-2 in the district as they lose here tonight 15-2 at Overton Stadium. My name is Thomas Pugh. Thank you for joining us this evening. Ben Howard has been my broadcasting partner for the evening, and we say good night to you, and we say thank you for joining us. So long from Overton Stadium. This has been Bruins Baseball on Worthy Road Studios.
Perkins Restaurant and Bakery on Van Drive has been part of Jackson and Madison County for more than 25 years. We're more than a restaurant. We love our guests as family, and we enjoy getting to know you personally. Come anytime for our $5 breakfast deals. Buy 3 muffins and get 3 free from the bakery. Our Wednesday specials, or all-you-can-eat catfish Friday and Saturday nights. And don't forget, free pie Mondays. Perkins on Van Drive in Jackson.
At Foundation Bank, we love working with small businesses, and we serve them uniquely through truly local decision-making and underwriting. But we're more than a lender for your small business. We're also a source of financial counsel. Hey, running a small business can be hard and complex, but we can help. Let us learn more about your small business by visiting our website. It's foundationbank.org, or call us at the number on the screen. In the meantime, God bless you.
Foundation Bank is a member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 1 million views in 2024. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join the over 5,000 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel College, Lane College, South Gibson County, USJ, and TCA. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.